Hello.
Coach, the other day, Coach Hackett said he thinks the defense may be a little bit ahead of the offense. When you see a handful of big plays down the field, do you feel like y'all are catching up, or can that be misleading from what y'all want to see?
No, it's been evenly matched the last couple of days and the last couple of weeks. It's just the offense is hitting their stride a little bit more and getting more comfortable with the concepts that we're putting in. And it's important for us to rotate and put guys in different spots. And that's the great thing about this system is there's a lot of formations that these guys need to know, whether they're a tight end or a receiver or a back. Just knowing every position on the field, that way we can put people in places to take advantage of the defense. And we've done a little bit more of that, and we've been successful with it.
Would you say Russell Wilson likes to throw it deep more than most?
I would say yes, and we also invite that. We love it too, because when you got one-on-one matchups you want to take advantage of, there's nothing like that's the best route in football. Down the field throw, one-on-one matchup. It also invites defenses to back off a little bit and allows you to get those underneath throws throughout the game.
As you evaluate your wide receiver room as we head into the next phase of preseason, what do you want to see from them, and what do you want to see from a guy like Jerry Jeudy, given injuries, opportunity, and all things that are set forth?
Opportunities arise in this league daily, and opportunities in this league also close quickly. So with him and anyone else, when an opportunity arises in the room, in a competition, or pushing for a spot or being the lead guy, that has to be a consistent basis. And I think Jerry's been coming along a lot better than he did in OTAs. I think he feels more comfortable with Russ. The expectations of Russ, he's meeting them more. He's put together a good camp so far.
How does Russ make that room better? Is it the San Diego stuff, besides stuff that we get to see and don't get to see?
It's a constant pressure on those guys and testing them in the meeting room, outside, putting them through a walkthrough when they're not in special teams, always putting them in different spots and just testing their ability to know the position.
I don't think we've talked to Tim's injury, but you can't go about replacing him with just one guy. So as an offensive coordinator, you have to get creative. Maybe you have more tight ends get involved. Maybe some younger guys. How do you go about replacing that?
It takes multiple guys to replace a guy like Tim, and being in different personnels and finding ways to get open and put guys in space. But you got to be a little more creative now with your personnels and moving people around. So he's a rock, and when he's here, the guys feed off of him. And I told him as soon as he came off the field that I haven't seen many practices stop for an injury like that, and that shows you how much this team respects him. And it's not just a Riverside and move on with the drill. It meant a lot to this team. So he still will continue throughout the season being in that room and as much as he can, and he'll be the energy that those guys need.
What's your assessment of Williams and Gordon now that he rotating?
I get more and more excited every time we step on the field with those guys, whether it's one guy on the field or both guys on the field. So. Again, it's going to be a pitch count throughout the season and making sure that we're very smart with those guys. With Mike Boone backing up too, he's a different mix-up too. So that's an exciting room to work with this year.
What will it come down to? Oh, go ahead.
Challenge Greg Dulcich's face, not only with the nature of tight end, pass pro runs a lot of deep pass catching, but also with the time that he's missed.
Yeah, anytime you get a nick, your rookie season, it kind of puts you behind the eight ball physically. Mentally, that's where you got to stress him. And I think Jake's been doing a great job with him and just keeping him in tune with everything. Opportunities to call him out in front of the offense and have him ask a question, putting pressure on him. And, not just him, but throughout the whole offense, you've got to put these guys through pressure situations. And this is a controlled environment. Well, how do you do that? You put a lot of personnel, a lot of formations, a lot of motions, and force those guys to really, really be locked into this offense. Because if you keep it plain Jane and you want to get creative during the season, you're kind of limited now because it builds with MAs. So stressing those guys with competition periods, stressing those guys with personnels and motions and formations, that's how you start stressing those guys. That way, when they get a game plan, they can hone in on what exactly we're expected from them.
What will it come down to inside the 5-yard line? What running back you want in the game?
That's going to come down to game plan. That's going to see what the defense gives us. There's not one guy that we're going to lean on. I feel like we could put multiple guys out there. It just depends on the game plan itself.
How has the competition at guard helped all three of those players?
I think anytime you're competing, you've got to be on top of your stuff, not only in that position, but the other positions itself. Because, again, opportunities, when they arise, you gotta rise to the occasion. We can't have a drop-off. And that's got to be, with, the injury at right guard and having that issue right now, it's not a real big issue in our mind because now it forces other guys, like young guys, to step up, and we have to stress them now. And this is going to be a great week against Dallas and testing, those guys in different positions and kind of see where they fit.
Justin,
Coach,
what's been your impression of what Trey Quinn has brought to the receivers group, and did Cortland kind of give you a scouting report when you guys first brought him in for a cheaper tryout?
Trey's been doing a really good. He's on top of everything. He does a really good job with the playbook. He's asking the right questions. He's got a little wiggle to him in space. He finds ways to get the ball and stay open. And he's a grittier guy in the run game. So, we love Trey. He's doing a great job, and I'm looking forward to seeing him in preseason here.
Coach, you're going to be in the booth on the field. Do you have a preference and kind of why to wherever you're going to be?
I'll be the eyes in the sky up top. Hackett used to mess around with us in Green Bay when it was -5 and he's drinking hot chocolate. I hopefully have that opportunity one day, but I'll be upstairs and being the eyes for Hack up there.